Bonjour, everyone. Hi, it's Nishi Lilcott. Welcome to Star Nation's Communications from Home, and I'm so glad you could join us tonight. We're going to be talking with Minnie Kansman, who is a contributing um, writer for Star Nations magazine, and she is working on trying to get connected to the show. This is all live stream, so it is on the fly. It's not like we have it recorded or that we have any kind of standard way to be able to troubleshoot stuff like this right now. So she's continuing to try. She's sending me email or text messages. She's having some technical issues with her laptop, and so she's going to continue to try, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to take a look at my messages to make sure I didn't miss any of them. Okay. All right. So she's going to keep trying. She's going to try her phone and then back to her laptop again. So we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, while we're waiting for Minnie to join us, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're seeing. This is a live stream show on Facebook, and this is brand new kind of stuff. We're using Be Live television app, and I found this back in March or so, just kind of one of those things that just kind of fell in my lap. It was late at night, and I was watching live streams coming out of North Dakota. That was when things were just kind of coming to a head out at Oshedi Sakoan camp for the water protectors. And so I was looking around for live videos, right? Streams. And I happened to run into somebody using Be Live, and I had never seen it before. And so we had a little bit of a chat on there. And that's how I found Be Live. And so I've been kind of practicing with it and seeing if this is something that's going to be in Star Nations as a way to be able to reach more people and with the stories that we have and the experiences. And so that's a little bit about the brand new show, Star Nations Communications from Home. And so what I'd like to do is ask you to do me a favor. Okay. One of the things that makes this really a great way to be able to share and to pass it around. You know how things go on Facebook. If you could do me a favor and do the like button, okay? Do the like button, and then also press the share button. And you can share it. You can share it. I'm going to do that right now. This is my phone, and I have the show up. And so I am going to press like, and I'm going to share. And I share it to my timeline, and I'm on public. I share things publicly on my timeline. And so that's what I just did. And so you can share it with whoever you'd like. You can share it on your timeline. You can share it in a group of yours. You can share however you'd like. But I would really appreciate it if you could do that for me. That way, those people who are going to join the show, and they get busy. You've done that, haven't you? You're going to do something, you get busy, and time just kind of flies by, and you don't realize all of a sudden that is how you miss stuff. And Minnie is continuing to try. That's okay, Minnie. Well, I don't know if she's listening to the show. If she's not, she's going to continue to keep going. Let's see. I'm going to give her a reply. I'm going to tell her, just breathe. When technology is grand, right? It's grand until it doesn't work. And so just breathe. Try again. There. And she'll be joining us. Hey, we got some people in the chat room. We have my Nami, my business partner as well, Denise Iwana. Hi, howdy. And we also have Kelly Spencer. Hi, Kelly. Kelly Spencer, done, and good evening. Kelly is part of our executive team here at Star Nation. She's our executive chef. And you know how much we love her food. She was one of my previous guests on the show. Yeah. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is Dana, I am going to send you the link as well. And so maybe you can hop on and kind of fill in if you can, okay? I just sent it to Messenger for you. Go put some lipstick on. Go put some lipstick on and see if we can give Minnie a hand while she's trying to get connected to the show, okay? One of the things that we are going to do tonight when we talk to Minnie is Minnie is one of our contributing writers, right? She has a standing column in Star Nations magazine. So she writes something every month for us. And her column is called The Mystic Traveler. And The Mystic Traveler, they coordinate and they create these really fantastic trips all over the world. In fact, I was just on with them in last year. We went to England, Wales, and Ireland. It was 17 days. That's with travel time, 17 days. And so that's one of the things that is fun, is to be able to travel with people that you know, and then some people who you don't know yet, who are spiritually minded, like-minded people. And so you get to travel with them and have these wonderful experiences that change your life, that help with your healing and your spiritual path. And it also builds new memories with new friends. And, and sometimes those new friends are really people in your soul group that you've known for maybe even lifetimes. And so now is the time that you get to be with them, right? And so, Minnie is still trying. Poor Minnie. You know what that's like, don't ya? When you're just trying to get something done, especially with technology, and the harder you try, sometimes, the more stuck the energy gets. And so that's why I had sent her a message to just breathe and try it again. It's not like, it's nobody's going to die, right? There's no blood, as Paul would say, my husband. Everything is going to be just fine. And she's going to continue to try. Yeah, and Lily's in the house too. She's saying, hi, everybody. And Lily is our Mistress of Oz. She's the executive producer for Star Nation's Everything. And so she's in the house, and so is Tracy Civic. See if we can find Tracy in here. I thought I saw her. Aha. I saw her name. Tracy Civic is also one of our contributing radio show hosts. She and her business partner, Mervyn Kelly and Tracy Civic, they have a monthly radio show called From Star to Stone, and they just had their show this morning. So, all right, let's see. We're going to take Lily's hi, everybody, off the screen. There we go. And so you are at Star Nation's Communications from Home Facebook live stream show via Be Live. All right. And so a little bit more about the Mystic Traveler. Each month, and Minnie has been writing for us since the very beginning, back in October of 2013. Can you believe that? I think it was 2013. It's been a while. And so she has been writing for us each month under that column. And Minnie and I have been friends for a lot of years, over 10 years. Let's see, back to 2002, maybe? 2002. That's a long time. And how we met was through studying feng shui. We studied with Denise, I just blanked her name. I was going to say, I'm so used to seeing my business partner's name, Denise Iwana. I almost said Denise Iwana. Denise Lynn. How could I forget that name? Denise Lynn. And so we were out in California. We did our advanced training together for feng shui. And we also did our teacher training together. And so that's how Minnie and I met. And so we've been friends for a really long time. And so when we were beginning to do the radio shows Denise and I, and we were going to start the magazine, we definitely wanted to have Minnie on board with us. And so Dana is business partners with Minnie, and they do Mystic Travel together. That is the name of their business. And so they get to travel around the world with a bunch of really great people, right? So Minnie writes these monthly columns called The Mystic Traveler. And Minnie actually is very serious about what she does. She takes it very seriously. In fact, what she did, she went out and actually bought a really decent camera to take pictures, because our magazine is digital. It's also print on demand, and it's also PDF and web viewer. But the thing is that how we first started was with digital, and we had to have retinal ready material, which means that it has to be really good photographs, really clear, really crisp photographs, because otherwise you get to see every flaw in the photograph, right? And so after her very first couple of articles, she realized what that meant. And so she went out and bought a brand new camera. And that's what she takes with her on all these trips. Wherever she goes, she takes these pictures and uses them in her articles. And so Minnie has been doing this for a long time. She's also been a practitioner for feng shui and a feng shui teacher. She was actually started doing feng shui back in 1994, when it was just in the Midwest, barely in the Midwest, because I got started in 96, and that was, I think there was like 3 books, feng shui books at the time. And she started in 94. And so she does that teaching and also the practitioner, but she's also an author. She likes to write. She has 2 books. She has one book called Spirit Gardens, Rekindling Our Nature Connection. And she wrote that a few years ago. And her current book is Missing Nana, which Star Nations Publishing published just this past June, near Mother's Day weekend. I think it was June 19th we published. And so she is an accomplished writer, I would say. And let me check on her, see where she's at. Hi, I'm just going to ask her, how are you doing? I'll see how she's doing. Yeah, that's kind of hard to do, because what we do is we practice. We do sound checks, and we also check our cameras. We did that a couple days ago, and she was A1, good to go. Good to go. Her audio was good. Her picture was good. I was the one that was having problems with my audio. And so we kind of figured that out. And so we thought everything was going to be okay. And so she's working on her phone right now, because one of the things that we have to use is Chrome. And some people don't have Chrome on their phones. And so that's what she's working on right now. And so once she gets that uploaded or downloaded, which way is that, Lily? Is it uploaded or downloaded? those softwares, those apps on your phone. And once she gets that done, she'll be able to join us. And as I'm going through her bio, one of the things that Minnie also is, and that is she is a radio show host for us. She's done several shows with me. And right now, currently, we're doing a show called Spirit of Color with another one of our friends, Donna Thompson. And that's a monthly show. And so Minnie is a busy woman, because she, especially this time of year, she's also a master gardener. And her gardens at her old place in her past home near Lowell, Michigan, had been on a local television show, I think twice, if I remember right. And in her current gardens, we see pictures of them all the time on Facebook, and she shares them many times in her articles. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you in the June issue of Star Nations magazine. I'm going to show you her Mystic Travel. She has a lot of pictures. Oh, hang on. Hold the phone, Joan. We got somebody joining us here. This is going to be a little bit of a surprise. There she is. Here's Dana to help fill in while we're waiting on Minnie. See, that's how
Yeah,
that's just how we do things around here. We help each other out.
got to be ready on the fly.
And you thought I was kidding when I said just throw on some lipstick, you'll be fine.
That's exactly what I did. Lipstick, that's it.
That's
And the
it.
old Sandra Herrick hair shake, right? And you go live.
Exactly. I'm just going to show everybody Minnie's article in the June issue. Let's see if
Oh,
we can get it
yeah.
in here. Let's see. Got to get the camera. Here we go. And that is what she wrote about was wedding destinations. And
Mhm.
in these, and she has like 8, sometimes up to 8 pictures in her in her articles. There you are. Got to get used to these buttons in this new studio. So anyway, and one happens to be in the June issue. Let's see if we can get this on camera. If I can, I got to see what the camera's doing here. There you are. There's a wedding that took place in England,
Yeah. Cornwall.
Cornwall. So,
Uh-huh.
Dana, can you tell us a little bit about Mystic Travel and how you came to hit on how Minnie could be working with us on the magazine with her articles?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Minnie and I partnered 10 years ago. And the way that happened was that I wanted to take a group of people to the island of Kauai, but I didn't want to do it alone because, wrangling people together is usually a two-person job. And Spirit was very clear to me and said, you need to invite Minnie Kansman to partner with you. And at that time, I really didn't know Minnie all that well, but going based on what Spirit said, partner with Minnie Kansman. And as I said, this is our 10th year together at
10
Mystic
years.
Travels. 10 years. I know, it's phenomenal. We have more fun. We're just enough alike and we're just enough very different that our partnership works very, very well. And you're right. She takes it so seriously. All of it, the photos, the planning, the trips themselves, right down to creating a feng shui altar before we go on our trip to make sure that everything is absolutely perfect and that we are drawn to the perfect spots while we're traveling. And sometimes, we veer off to the right or the left, but it's always absolutely perfect. And that's because of Minnie's relationship with the spirits of nature and her understanding of the workings of spirit. And so whenever we travel together, there are always wonderful surprises that await us, and they are always superb. So she does a lot of the back work, investigating where to go. Based on what Spirit is guiding her to do, and then she and I partner up, and we go over the itinerary. We add, we subtract, and it's always absolutely perfection. But you're correct in that one of the things that Minnie brings to Star Nations magazine, amongst many things that she brings, is her relationship with Spirit. And for those of you, Kelly, I saw that you got a copy of Minnie's book today,
Mm-hmm.
Missing Nana. You really get a feel for Minnie's relationship with nature. So wherever we go, Minnie always makes sure that we go to places where we can experience nature, the spirits of nature, the elements of nature. And I'm typically the historical person that takes us into historical places, mystical places based on antiquity. And she's right there getting us right next to Grandmother Earth wherever we happen to be. And she brings all of her knowledge. Not only her knowledge, I'd like to say that she brings her experiences with nature and the nature spirits, not only to Mystic Travels and our experience there, but of course to Star Nations Radio and magazine, and now to publishing. And while I'm doing an infomercial for my friend Minnie, if you have not yet ordered a copy of the book that Neshi is holding, you would be doing yourself a great favor. Why is that? We talk all the time, or I should say, I talk all the time about death and dying, because that happens to be part of what I came here to do on this earth plane, is to help people with death and dying. A lot of times it's very confusing to adults, but to children, oh my goodness, it can be so confusing. Minnie, with the assistance of artist Christine Pollock, has done a phenomenal job of bringing the understanding of death and dying and life and living to a place where not only the children can understand it more fully, but you know what, even our inner child can read that book and take a great big sigh of relief and understand about the cycle of life, the wheel of life. And so for those of you that are clients of mine and you happen to be listening, or students, I highly recommend the book for both of those reasons. A great understanding about the hoop of life, and also our connection to nature, and how nature helps us through the processes of initiation and death and dying and living. So she brings so much to Mystic Travels, and so much more. She's such a blessing, and I know that the both of you have been friends for a great, good, long time.
Long time. Long time. She is one of those people that we have so many cool stories about space clearing, because we've done like huge venues, huge buildings to space clear them. And yeah, that's one of the things we used to do, is teach together about that. So I'm just putting in the comments about Spirit Gardens. Her book is available in print at her website. Minnie Kansman.
And for those of you that have been asking, because you have been asking, Dana, will there be copies of Minnie's book at Star Nations Academy East? The answer to that is a great big happy yes. There will be copies of them for sale here. And of course, we're happy to have them here. And so happy that you've all asked, will they be here? And I'm hoping that Minnie would be kind enough to sign some of those, maybe all of them.
That would be nice.
Those that are traveling.
And one of the things that I found really kind of cool, I'm going to show this again, because with Be Live, I'm just really trying to learn all the little gadgets, right? And so this is something I learned yesterday, is how to make that. And so we can promote the different shows, the different contributing writers that we're going to be interviewing, and also the radio show hosts, and the faculty at the academy. And then, of course, we have to also interview the advisors. So we're going to be around for a while. We have a few people to get through. Oh, and Minnie just sent me a message. She goes, not working. I think it might be her internet, she says. All right. She's got one last place that she can try, and that's her husband's computer. And so she's going to try that and see if that works. So she might be able to join us yet. She's got one last thing to try. Yeah. Yeah. And that's Minnie, though. She is, this shows really Minnie. Minnie fixes their faucets. She's very technically inclined, and she just fixed or helped fix their garage door opener. She's the one that changed out the pieces, the parts this past weekend. I know. And you're right, Kelly. Kelly is saying, this is what Kelly is saying in the chat room, is redo. I know. There's two people we can redo. We'll redo Minnie. We'll redo Minnie at some point. If she can't join us yet, we'll redo Minnie. But we'll also redo Meg Anudo as well. Because you know what happened during Meg's show? I had problems with my audio, and I couldn't get it fixed during the show. And I didn't know what it was going to be like to refresh during the show, if I was going to lose like everything. And so what we did, it was kind of like charades in a way, because she could see me, but she couldn't hear me. Oh. And so I'd go, wait. And then I'd type a question, and put it in the comment and then put it on the screen to show. And so she knew what the question was, and then she'd answer the
Aw,
question. But we got
I
it
love it.
done, and it was good
She's
information.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was, she was a good. I mean, she rolled with it, is what she did. And do
Absolutely.
to do these kind of live shows, you have to, because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, it could be really smooth and everything is great, but
Mhm.
and Kelly's doing
And then it may not.
right. And so anyway, we have. I wanted to show something else while we're talking about authors. Here's another one. We're going to show this one, The Tarot Journey.
Yay.
By Julie Hedges.
Uh-huh.
And Julie's book,
Yep.
this book was the very first one that Star Nations published, and that was in February. And I love this cover. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and you have something special going on with Julie over at Academy East.
We have Julie Hedges coming into town to Star Nations Academy on August 5th. And we're having a whole long day workshop, the Tarot Journey Level 1, which will go all day long. And then that evening, we're having a book signing event here in the Enchanted Forest at Star Nations Academy. And from what I understand, there's going to be some collaborative music going on and singing. I'm so excited about that. And for those of you, speaking of Minnie Kansman, the gardens here at the Academy are absolutely astonishing. Why? Because Minnie Kansman, being Minnie, is the person who helped me plant and groom and prepare the gardens, and the gardens are spectacular. Mm-hmm. So whether or not you come to the workshop with Julie on August 5th, you don't have to be at the workshop, but if you have the time to stop on by that evening, that Saturday evening, come on to the book signing event. It's going to be wonderful fun. It's, of course, free of charge. Bring your book if it's not already signed. And if it's already signed, what the heck? Bring it anyway. Because Julie is going to be reading from the Tarot Journey. How fun will that be? The author herself, and talking about how the Tarot Journey was born, where it all came from. It's going to be great fun, and the grounds are so beautiful. And part of that is due to Minnie Kansman, and because she is an expert master gardener. And so she's so multi-talented that even the gardens here in the Enchanted Forest at the Academy are feng shuied. Everything is in perfect alignment. I have to tell you, everything is very prolific this year. It's kind of like a beautiful jungle here.
Well, we've had enough rain, right? We've had enough moisture to last quite a while. Mm-hmm. We have somebody special here that wants to say something to you, Dana.
Yeah. Minnie taught me the importance of cow poop when it comes to planting. There's more cow manure, horse manure. There's just lots of manure in and around everywhere. Who knew? But I just want the practicality of planting plants and what goes where, why, and when, and why we should move things, and who's good with who and who isn't good with who, and how do you feed them, how do you nurture them. And oh, and by the way, you're not doing it alone, because there are nature spirits that are helping you, Dana. And it would be wise to include those nature spirits as you are, spreading the cow poop and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And harvesting the flowers and now the berries and the tomatoes. Yeah. Just kind of does it all.
I usually use horse manure because there is a difference in the aroma. So there is. So the thing is that there's lots going on at the Academy, and one of the things about Julie's book that I like a lot is that it's good for beginners, it's good for intermediate and advanced users of the tarot. And
oh my gosh,
yeah. So and all right, she's got. I'm also talking to Minnie at the same time. She says that Rain's is slow too, and so it must be their internet connection is the issue. Yeah, but she's she's really trying hard. You know, you got to give it to Minnie. So I think what I'm going to do is
Absolutely.
I'm going to let her off the hook. I'm going to tell her no worries. We'll just
No
reschedule.
worries. It all works out.
Yeah, it always does, doesn't it? It always does. That's why I don't. I try not to get too wrapped up, too tight about stuff because eventually it works out, and for whatever reason, you and I were supposed to do this. You
Mm-hmm.
know, maybe it's our dry run. Hey, you never know. You never know. All right. So, Nami, thank you so much for jumping in and pitching in and
Of
helping out.
course.
I appreciate it. I
Of
appreciate it.
course.
Um, and I wanted to let people know that the July issue of Star
I'm
Nations
happy to.
magazine. Yeah, of course. You know, I mean, how many times have we done that on the radio, right? It's like, Nancy, are you
Starting
available? Can
like
you?
C3PO on my end.
And here, I don't know if you can see this. This is my iPad, but it is the magazine cover for July. You got a little bit of a glare going on there. Yeah, it's one of my
Beautiful.
favorite ones. It's a astronomy picture, and so the July issue is available, and it is available at for digital for Apple and Android users. It also is available in print on demand from our partners at MagCloud. So you can go to magcloud.com and you can get your print on demand. You can also get it as a PDF and a web viewer. You know, when we first started, so many people wanted it to be digital, right? So we got the digital. And then we found a whole bunch of the people who come to our classes really want to have something, hold something in their hands. So then we searched
Yeah.
for a partner, right? And we found one in MagCloud. So you can
Yes.
we are able to get it in whatever version you're comfortable with. We've got it. Digital, print on demand, PDF. You can read it on any one of your devices that you want in a PDF form, or with the web viewer, you can do that as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And if you're like me, you get all of them. In this household, we have all of it. So I have like a hoard of everything available every month.
That's
And
so
the good
true.
news is, you missed a month, you can order a back copy through MagCloud, by the way.
That's true. That's true. You can order the back copy at MagCloud. You can also order
Yeah.
back issues from Apple or Google Play Store if you want them in digital form.
Yep.
Yeah. So hey, do you know what? August issue is our 50th issue. 50 in August.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to do something grand for that one, I think. I haven't quite thought of what we're going to do, but we'll brainstorm that one, heartstorm it, and we'll come up with something for our 50th issue. So with that, it is at the bottom of the hour at 7:30, and I try to keep these shows to half hours so that, you know, it's summertime. We got other things you can do outside then while the sun is still shining, right? So I wanted to thank you
Yep.
all for joining us, those that are in the chat room, those who will be looking at the recorded video. Thank you for being with us tonight on Star Nations Communications from Home. And Dana and I get to do this one a little bit together tonight. So Dana, last words.
Good night, everyone.
We'll see you later. See you next week, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Eastern Time for Star Nations Communications from Home. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.